Hi, I'm Isaac. This is Chana. Welcome back to Wednesday Wisdom here at Judaica.com. Hope your week has been good. Yours?
Yeah,
It's been exciting.
It's been a busy week.
Really?
Yeah, lots of people getting in.
What did you do for anything for Memorial Day?
I was here helping people purchase their
That's
Kiddush.
right. We were here. We were on Monday.
Yes, we were.
So we hope you guys had a good Memorial Day. It was a little bit busy here, correct?
Yes.
This week we're talking about. What are we talking about this week, Hannah?
We are talking about Kiddush Cups and where they are used and kind of how they kind of fit into what we're talking about, weddings, but also into other things. Shabbat is also coming up as well.
That's right. So Kiddush. Kiddush is pretty big part of a Jewish ritual life, I think. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that.
Yeah, I think so.
Here at Judaica.com, our parent company, the J. Commerce Group, it's doubly important because not only do we have Kiddush Cups, but we also on Kosher Wine have our wine as well. It's a big deal for us.
Big deal.
But I wanted to talk a little bit about what Kiddush is and really to take a step back and to look at why we have Kiddush Cups and why we use them. So on Shabbos, the seventh day, the day of rest, where the Torah commands us to, it says, Shamor v'zachor, to guard and to remember. And one of the ways that we remember the Sabbath, to guard the Sabbath and to remember the Sabbath. And that's both a positive and a negative commandment. And one of the ways in which we fulfill the positive commandment is to say Kiddush, which is really Kiddush, if you boil it down to the root word, is just Kadesh, is to make holy. We see the word actually used in a number of different places. We have, every month we have Kiddush Levana, where we look at the new moon and we say a blessing over it. We have a Kiddush Hashem, which is to make God's name holy within the world. And obviously then we have Kiddush, which we make on Friday night. We make it again on Shabbos afternoon. And we say blessings. Okay, so let me go back. Traditionally, it's over wine. Wine is really the traditional way to make Kiddush. In which case you have to put it into a cup, and we try to, based on another pasuk, Zekeli Ve'Vehu, that you have to adorn the mitzvos. You have to make it nice. So we try to use nicer items. Sometimes they're called bechers, which I actually found out is based on the word beaker. It's a Yiddish word, but it's based on the word beaker, meaning just something to hold something.
Right.
So so we try to make them nice. Traditionally, they've usually been made out of silver and sometimes passed down. Recently, I don't know, in the last 20 years or so, the Judaica movement has really come around to start looking at Judaica in a different way. Reimagining, let's say reimagining it. So if you see here, we have, this is sort of a hammered, was this aluminum? I think maybe it's a steel. I don't know.
I think it's steel.
A steel. It used to be made out of aluminum, but now I think they're making it out of steel. This is a hammered steel look. This is a stainless steel look also, but it's, again, these are more modern looks at Judaica. This one actually functions as it can double up as tea lights. You can stick tea lights over here and light Shabbos candles. But they're really, I would say they're really a wide breadth of options you have in Kiddush itself. And just going back farther even, Kiddush is actually the reason the Kiddush cup is one of the reasons why we cover the challah, using a challah cover on Friday night as well, because the little known fact, if you don't have wine, if you run out of wine and you somehow, you should always be calling kosherwine.com and,
get those wine orders.
Usually can get it to you within 2 or 3 days.
Right.
But if you don't, and you run out of wine, so you can actually use on Friday night, you can use the challah to say Kiddush on, which then obviously means you don't need a Kiddush cup, right? So we here we like to sell you both the Kiddush cup and the challah cover. So and the challah knife. So we try to get the whole shebang here. But really, so Kiddush is really a very, very important part of the observance of the Sabbath, in the sense that it's really the delineation. It's one of the main delineations between the mundane or the rest of the week, the Sunday through Friday, and the holy, the Sabbath. So it's very important. We use the Kiddush cup. I've even seen where you're not supposed to use broken Kiddush cups. Used to be some people say you have to examine it to make sure it's not busted up. If it is, call Judaica.com.
We'll get you a
new Kiddush cup. We use it again on after Shabbos during Havdalah. We don't say Kiddush, but it's more of we say a blessing on the wine. Again, to mark the delineation between the holy and the mundane.
Yes.
We use it, like you said before, on the holidays.
Yes.
Shavuos is coming up in a week and a half, and we'll use it again there. And it's a 3-day holiday, so it's in America at least a 3-day holiday. Saturday we have Shabbos, and we have Sunday and Monday are the holiday. And again, like you said. At a wedding, we again, it's not a kiddush as like on a Friday night, but we do use a kiddush cup because there is blessings that are set on wine. Now there are some requirements. There are some requirements with kiddush cups. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but from a kiddush cup's perspective, it should hold what the Gemara terms a volume of a liquid measure of a revius. Now, a revius is a quarter of a lug, I believe, which is another measure. But in 2019, what does that mean? It's actually of course it's a disagreement,
right? I mean,
which is good because
everyone has their opinions.
2 Jews, 3 opinions. You know what I mean?
There you go.
So we have a varied number of opinions, but the smallest amount is about 3 fluid ounces, and going up to the largest is almost 6 fluid ounces. So you got to, you got to speak to your local rabbi about what you're in for. But most of the cups will hold at least the 3 fluid ounces. These look like they'll hold much more than that.
Yeah.
But yes, there's a lot of thought. It doesn't seem like it, but there's a lot of thought that goes into a Kiddush cup.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of them. We carry a lot of them. In fact, for a wedding, actually, I would say, because we're in wedding season now, and I want to roll this back into weddings. Yeah. So there's a couple of keepsakes. So we take obviously we have the breaking glasses like we spoke about 2 weeks ago. And so there are some designers, some artists that you crush up the wedding glass. Yeah. And the breaking glass, and they take it back. They melt down the glass again, and they make it into the stem of a Kiddush cup, which I think is really cool. I think it's one of our coolest keepsakes that we have. Yeah. Obviously, we don't have an example of that because it's made to order, right? You got to break the glass first, and then rebuild the glass. It's a nice way, also, I think, of going from the broken to the complete, yes. which is what the wedding really represents. It's 2 people coming whole. I think it's a beautiful idea.
Yeah, I love it, and we do also have ones that if you don't want to part with your shards, you don't want it to get lost. You have that fear. Won't happen, but if you have that fear. We do also have a couple of Kiddush cups by a couple of other artists where you can actually just unscrew it and put the glass in. Put the shards, and then you're good to go.
Just be careful with washing these things.
Yes.
I broke a wine glass this weekend, which Stern actually had given to us. Stern's a colleague of ours that she doesn't know this, but I broke one.
Oh, nice.
Not good. Glass was all over the place. Yes. So you got to be careful when you're washing the handling of this. But most of them come actually with a lot of them come with handling advice.
Yes.
I think so. Some are don't put them in the dishwasher.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely don't put it in the dishwasher.
Don't put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah. Let's avoid the dishwasher. Yeah. Let's hand wash. Yeah. Sometimes even in cold water. We'll just whatever it is. And advice also I have for my own self. Wash them right after use, because otherwise, like the wine and the grape juice gets stuck in the corners in it, and that gets gross.
Yes,
so anyway, So and again, this is actually talk about the wine for a second. This is one of our company's private labels, the Novell line. It's delicious wine. It's from Israel, so you can order that on kosherwine.com. We will link at the bottom of the page all access to all of our Kiddush cups. We'll also separately link to our wedding breaking glass keepsakes. You can look there for the Kiddush cup ones that we have as well.
Yes.
Yeah, again, like always, if you have any questions about anything we spoke about today or anything you want to talk about, we are happy to just comment on it. Also, I believe we have a contest still running, right?
We do.
What is the contest? What is the contest?
So the contest that we have is for our breaking glass, and it's same as before. You just need to comment and like and share this video with the comment below breaking glass. It is for one of our breaking glasses.
Do you hashtag it? I've never actually hashtagged anything, but can I hashtag
You
it?
can do that on Instagram.
And you can hashtag breaking glass?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. We're going to hashtag.
Yeah.
I'm going to get into hashtagging.
Okay.
You know, I just was looking up how to search on Instagram multiple hashtags at the same time. It does not work.
No.
It does not work. It's not cool. Instagram, you got to fix that. All right, excellent. So, and again, just code WISDOM if you want 5% off, really, anything on Judaica.com.
Anything on Judaica.
You can use that, and we are looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Next week, we'll talk about Shavuos.
Yes.
Hey, great. Have a great day.